Well, hello. I almost forgot to go live. I was recording a video. How are you? I hope that you are doing well. And today is AMA, Q&A. Any questions that you got, let me know. So sorry, Marco, that you're dealing with sickness. That sucks. That is not good. Why is that? Okay. Paul, you like this? Cause it's like squashed. Hello, Simon. Nice to see you. Check in. How is everybody? Let me know where you're watching from. And I forgot to actually send this out on social, so it might be a small group today, but I hope that you had a great weekend. Like I said, I was just, okay. But Paul, you're watching from your desk. Nice work. Hello, Jaden. Nice to see you all. Okay, so Paul, they should be longer. Well, yeah, but you had me do the sticky thing, the text box shrink. Was I not supposed to? So if you don't know, Paul Dixon, the magical Mr. Paul Dixon, is responsible for all our graphics and the way these videos look. And he sent me something earlier today saying like, fix it. Yeah, coming in from Virginia. Nice. Yes, I did get kissed by the sun. I spent a little time outdoors over the weekend. Hello, Daniel. Paul, that I did. Okay, there we go. That look good now? Are you happy? That's what I aim to do every day of my life, is make Paul Dixon happy. I made it! Yay! Something looks different on your camera angle. Oh my God. You guys are insane. Well, that is because I had to move my camera and put it back, and I do believe that it is more that way than usual. So I believe you were right. But I had to literally move my camera completely, move my light, move everything to shoot a video that's going on YouTube in the next few weeks. The background looks extra blurry. What? It's giving green screen vibes? It's not blurrier than normal, is it? No, it's not a new lens. Is it not normally that blurry? Because it's always at 1.4. Anyway, what questions do y'all have? What camera lens are you using? I'm using the Sony ZV-E10, the Sigma. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Hi, Abs. No, it's not. Wait, hold on. I actually may have changed my lens. Hold please. I'm just gonna walk around over here. No, I'm still using the 30. Hold on. No, I'm still using the 30. I was like, it doesn't look like a 16. I think I just changed the angle, to be honest. I think I just changed it, moved it. It's the Sigma 30mm lens, f1.4 right now. You must invest in the Sigma for your ZV-E10. Love it. It's why was she? I don't know why it's different than normal in terms of blurriness. It's brighter, but not a bad thing. Oh, that's because I forgot to black out the window. I was shooting something right before this, and so usually this window that's right over here, it actually feeds in a lot of light in the summer, and usually I actually black that out when I'm shooting, but I totally forgot to do that today. Is it roasting Luria time? Apparently, I don't know what's happening. No, but I've been using the 30mm for ages. I haven't used the 16mm on my main set ever since I put up the backdrop, actually. It's been 30 millimeter. So that's not different. So I don't know what y'all are, what's up with y'all. So today, I just have to send this one link real quick. I'm multitasking, guys. Break out the marshmallows. Why? Okay, so if y'all don't know, we released brand new Ecamm profiles, Ecamm for Zoom profiles specifically, and so those are now on our store at a launch price. So they will. What's up with my hair? I mean, I knew my hair was bad. That's why I put it in a ponytail, but still, it's like acting up. But yeah, so on our store, our new Ecamm for Zoom for Ecamm profiles. And so if you're using Ecamm and Zoom, you're definitely going to want those because it'll make your interviews look really, really good and really professional. Lots of different layouts there, and those are at launch price. So I would highly suggest you go ahead and grab those before they go off sale. My favorite lenses now are 50 millimeter and 30 millimeter. Nice. My camphor is 1 minute from me. Oh, 1 meter. Y'all, I'm not gonna make it through a whole show today. I just know it. I feel it. I feel it. And I am 1 meter from backdrop. Nice. I don't know how long a meter is. I don't know. Where are you from? use my language, please. Get your graphics. I do need more coffee. I'm feeling weird today. I'm just feeling a little weird, to be honest. This is what it is. New Zealand. Okay, 3 feet. Thank you. You know, as Americans, we don't know how to do calculations. It's just not in our education whatsoever, which is stupid. It's really stupid. Thank you for the translation, though. I appreciate that. All right, JFK says y'all need to be hitting that like button. You need to hit that like button. All right, so we have questions coming. If you have a question, go ahead and type Q in front of your question to make sure it makes its way into my queue. And super chats do take priority. So if you want to jump to the top of the queue, you can do that. Okay. So I was just checking on my team chat. I have your questions coming up. Never now. See, I'm not going to make it. This is just not happening today. I need more coffee. And I don't have the, do I have the math? I don't have the math on this profile. I need to do that. I need to get math back on my profile. You guys can get the crazy math overlay on the store as well. If you want to have some fun with that, that's super fun. Okay, first question comes from Michael. Good job reposting it with the Q. Suggestions for gear to buy for walk and talk type videos. So just know that, I specialize around here in studio environments. So, maybe I don't have the best suggestions for that, but if you're going to be vlog styling it, then the ZV-1, the Sony ZV-1 is a great little camera. I was just seeing if I have that right here, which I do. Oh, and it's plugged in. Hold, please. The dummy battery is plugged in. Let me get that out real quick, if I can. There we go. So this is the Sony ZV-1. It has a cage on it right now, but this camera is great for vlog style and out and about, just because it actually is super lightweight and it has a protruding lens when you turn it on, but it's not like a heavy secondary lens, right, that you have to put on like the Sony ZV-10s. So that would be a great starter option for you. Not even starter. It has a lot of features that actually go pro for you. So not GoPro, but help you go pro. All right. Tea for me. Okay, so you're gonna have more coffee or tea, exactly. So that's what I would do. And then Michael, if you wanted to do like a like a mic system, the Rode Wireless Pros or any of the Rode Wireless ones. Also, DJI has one. Gosh, I have so many of these, like from different manufacturers. I got to do a video on them. Do y'all want a video on like lapels, like wireless mics? Obviously, I don't want you to do that in your studio environment, but if you're doing any kind of motion, I use them for when I'm shooting YouTube videos, if I'm not sitting right here in the studio as well. Yeah, there you go. Rory uses his iPhone for vlogs or GoPro, the DJI gimbal with it, and use a DJI mic, wireless mic. So you could just use a phone. Like, that's definitely a possibility. Like, phones have amazing quality now, so you're not really like, you're not losing anything. It's just a matter of like getting either a gimbal. I'm not the biggest fan of gimbals, to be honest. Like, they're great, but they are so finicky, in my opinion. That's the word I was looking for, finicky. But if you want stable video, if you have a shaky hand, definitely a gimbal can be really good. I just use like a little selfie stick. I was looking around to see if I had one handy. I believe mine are buried at the moment, so I'm not gonna pull that out, but I use a little selfie stick with a little phone adapter, and it works perfectly well as well. Okay, Tim. Okay. I'll have to pull out all of my different mics. I think I have like 5 of these little devices. And my question is there really a difference? Is there really a difference for most of our uses? So that is what I was thinking about doing a video on, and comparing them just to see like, okay, really? Like, do we need the world of different devices at different price points, et cetera, et cetera? Hasn't left your bedroom in months. I'll start using it again soon. There you go. I don't like gimbals because they're just more hassle than they're worth. Like, in my opinion, I'm not walking and talking though. I mean, sometimes I am, but I find that like if I'm using my phone, I don't really find a need for it. Like if I were going to be doing, it's helpful. It's just not worth the trouble, in my opinion. I've played with a lot of gimbals, and maybe they've gotten better over the last few years, but because I haven't tried one in a few years, but they're just annoying. They're finicky. They don't always what's the word for they don't register correctly a lot in my experience. So, all right. Questions? Bring a yes on lapel mic. Okay. Yes, please. Okay. I will get you going on that one. The other thing, I was supposed to tell you one other thing, but I don't remember. Go ahead and ask those questions. While you're asking your questions, how about a little trivia? Hello. Go ahead and vote. A, B, C, or D. Which camera did Sony announce this month? I know that y'all are going to know this one. We're starting you off easy today. I feel like my head, oh, because I'm not standing. I'm sitting today, again. Almost done. Get those votes in. Boom. B is the camera. The Sony ZV-E 10 II Mark II, which, speaking of, we already have a video up on that. That should be releasing tomorrow. And so I'm hoping that I get it on Thursday. So I'll be doing, I have a series of videos that I have planned on that camera. Congratulations, JFK, Marco, Tim got it wrong, Lowell, Mike, you all win. Rory, you all win 100 points. Congratulations. If you got it right, you win 100 points. All right. Hello, Marcus, Mommy Guide in the house. Oh my goodness. Everybody, you like the quiz music? Paul picked that one up. That is good music for a quiz, for trivia time. Just know that don't ever, ever pick me as your trivia partner. We know this. I just am reminding you. If you're coming to Ecamm Camp, who's coming to Ecamm Camp in October? If you...
Accepted. Welcome. Welcome.
Really? Hold. That was weird. I must have accidentally screwed that up. Hold on. Why is it? Hold on. Why is my super chat so off? Okay, somebody super chat so we can test that. All right, sorry, I think I fixed the super chat. Who joined the membership? The track is Funky Flashback, Guy Trevino and Friends. If you're looking for that on Epidemic Sound, which if you don't have Epidemic Sound, you don't have the opportunity to use awesome music. You can go to livestreamingpros.com/music to get a free trial on that. Oh, well, that means the world to me. Thank you so very much. I appreciate that. The Mark II are not worth the updates, and there we go. Still seems a little off. Thank you, Marcus. Why is it? It's. Did I? Hold on. Hold, please. I'm live updating. Where did my automatic overlays are on? Snapper. A snappy snap. It's not snapping. Snap is on. I made another adjustment. We'll see. We'll see. Unless you don't have capture cards and want 10-bit and better rolling shutter compensation. Yeah, like that was my video. Like, I love the Mark II, but for a lot of people in studio, it's probably not worth, changing your camera for. A robot has entered the studio. Thank you so much, Marcus. Appreciate you for that super chat. But yeah, this was intermission. Intermission while I fix things. Great. It's because I'm feeling off today. Is that a trick to keep me super chatting? Yes. I know how you work. Okay. Definitely don't do that. That's just not appropriate. But yeah, I have a whole series of videos that I'm going to be doing with that new camera. Y'all will want to pay attention to it because not only is it about the ZV-E 10. See, that's still off. Look at this. There's space. There's not supposed to be space there. Why are you doing this to me? Why is it acting so strange? Okay, I think I got it. I think I got it this time. Thank you. All right. When your Sony ZV-E 10 dies, get the Mark II. There you go. Oh, it's working now. Okay. Shutting down. Congratulations. 56 months of membership. Testing member reactions. There you go. Thank you. Appreciate you. Okay. So we're getting back to your questions. I promise. Okay. JFK. Well, before we move on, we had, if you just decided today. Well, it depends on your budget and what things, because you asked about the walking and talking. No, you didn't. That was Michael, not Tim. So it depends on your budget and what you're doing with it. If you're just in studio, likely you don't need to purchase that one. There are benefits to it. It's just not like you can save yourself money by going for the older version. It's what is it? It's like $300-400 difference. So if you want to save yourself some money, like you don't really need it if you're in studio. If you're doing other things with it, then that's what do you mean? Oh, for the overlay. Yeah. Okay. So, let me get back on track. Yes, I am here. I am here, I promise. Like if you're out and about, if you're using it for photography, if you're putting multiple types of lenses on it, there are some benefits to it, Tim. But if you're, again, just in studio, you're gonna set it and forget it. All of the functionality that you need for videos like this or live streams are really there already in the older version. I think that what they're doing, well, thank you, Paul. I think what they're doing is just kind of resetting for future use and or specific types of users for the new one. So, free milestones trigger alerts now. Woo woo! Yay! Nobody's here to get me coffee. Nobody's here. Callie left me. She can't bring me coffee. All right, questions. JFK, how crazy am I to be wanting to buy a newer universal cage for my cam to do a cage on a cage, small rig cage on newer cage? I mean, it looks like it'll fit. Why? Well, you're just doing it for fun. A little crazy, but we like crazy around here. So I don't know how a universal cage, okay, that's the only reason it would work, because it's universal, not specific to the camera model. So if you got the small rig cage specific to the model and then a newer universal cage, I mean, you can do all of the things and mount all of the things at that rate. I mean, you definitely wouldn't have any like issues with being able to mount stuff, I guess. Probably. Me too. Me too. No, she refuses. She just refuses. She's just over there lying on her blanket, just sleeping the day away. Just sleeping the day away. It's rainy here, so it's not her favorite kind of day. Joanne, asking for a friend recording sewing tutorials with her iPhone, needs to upgrade audio with a compatible, budget-friendly wireless mic. Oh, okay. So, the Rode Wireless Pros are probably cost prohibitive if you're trying to stay on a budget, but I did like it. So you have the Wireless Go 2s. I'm just looking at Amazon right now. Yeah, so you're looking in like the 350, 400 range. For the Pros, $293. So $300 for the Go 2s. Let me look. Wireless microphones. The other ones, so brands that I like, oh, I didn't know Hollyland had one. Hollyland is a great one. They're listed at like $89. Usually $150. Sennheiser is always a good choice. The Godox is one I have, I believe, sitting over there on the floor. All my wireless mics are sitting on the floor right now, along with all my mixers. I'm moving some stuff around, and I have like all of these wireless mics and all of these mixers. I'm like, I really need to be doing some videos about that. Today is Tuesday. It is. Congratulations. Have you drank her coffee? Yes, probably. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, so Godox, Hollyland, Sennheiser all have options. The DJI one is always good, is a good option as well, but that's going to be the same price point as the Rhodes. So if you're looking for a budget, I would go one of those directions. Hopefully that helps Joanne. Oh, that's right. I think I have a newer one as well. What's the brand that's coming my way, Callie? I have one more coming my way. So Stephanie Garcia shared some posts recently on the newer one. $100. There you go. So that's an option as well. So Neewer is great. I mean, they're not really known as like a mic company, but they're good, right? Okay. Okay, next question. If you have questions, type Q in front of your question to get your way into my queue. Super chats do take priority. And if you have not checked out the new Ecamm for Zoom for Ecamm profiles that we just launched on the store, they are now available and at a launch price. So those will go up later, but yeah. But you need, well, you need all of them. You're going to need adapters for all of them, depending on what you're plugging it into. So, keep that in mind. It's not just the fact that it's Ecamm for Zoom. Did I? Ecamm for Zoom. Zoom for Ecamm. Ecamm for Zoom. That's right. Okay, ask your questions. Put Q in front of your question to get your way into my queue. I'm going to keep answering questions. Joanne also said, I'm really trying to get warmed up to using my Canon Mark II, but I find that I have so much more lighting as opposed to using my 6-year-old Brio. Am I missing something in the camera settings? Okay, so Joanne, do you have our bold video bundle? Where I tell you exactly how to set up your camera and your lights. I don't remember if you have that or not, but with any DSLR, you're going to need to adjust either your lighting and or your settings on the camera itself. I believe I have a video on how to set up the Canon though. I just realized you said Canon. So I think on this channel I have a video on the Canon settings. So if you want to watch that, you might find that. So the reason that the webcams don't require as much lighting, what you're saying, is that there's just not good quality. Like they're blasting, it's kind of blasting, like your light looks blasted across the whole image. And if you adjust the settings correctly and you have good lighting, then you're going to get a much higher quality image from the Canon itself. Like I should have, obviously, like we were talking about before, like I should have blacked that out, blacked my window out before going live, because you can see that light bleed, right? But the more light, yes, the better image you're going to have. Not the more light, but the right lighting. So I would adjust your ISO on that Canon, play around with that setting, but you don't want to go too high with it because then you can introduce fuzz into, that's the technical term. You can fuzz in the image where it like looks like splattered. And so you don't want to go too high on that. Okay. Let's see. JFK, wait, sorry. Okay, French press. Given the poor reviews that Ecamm is getting lately, what solution do you recommend for using your phone as your camera? What's the deal with the Ecamm reviews? What's going on there? I haven't seen that. But Camo is the one that I use and that I train our students on in our Bold Video Bundle for using your phone. So Camo app is is a great app to use. All right, next question. Frank, what is your experience with XLR to USB adapters? Hang on. Sorry, I'm multitasking again. I had to actually look that up. XLR to USB. I don't use them. What? I'm trying to think why you would. I mean, obviously you would want to just to be able to transfer that into a signal that you don't have to have a separate device. I don't have any experience with XLR to USB because if you want an XLR mic, you're then degrading the quality to get it to USB would be my assumption on that. So I can test it, I can see about that, but yeah, that like, you're not like, why? Outside of convenience, why would you want to, potentially degrade that audio quality out of an XLR mic by putting it into USB before? That's right. I had to look it up because like, what? I feel like that's just a marketing ploy instead of being actually good for your audio. Like, does anybody have experience with that? The bundle was the Bold Video Bundle. If you go to livestreamingpros.com/video, that's our paint by numbers style system to help you get the tech out of the way so you can create content quickly. And basically, I tell you exactly what to buy in terms of gear and equipment. I tell you exactly how to set it up. Like, so we're building the kit together. That's why it's like paint by number style system. You just do what I do, and then you have your whole video set up, done, ready to go. So that really helps you get everything just out of the way. Sorry, my eye is itchy. Okay. No, okay. Yeah, I don't think anybody has actually mentioned, like nobody seems to be mentioning that they've used that before. So anyway, yeah, I mean, I can test it or do some research on it, but my assumption is that it's not actually a good thing to put into your studio. All right, next question. What camera are you using right now? Mateo, I am using the Sony ZV-E10. You can find a list of gear that, can I say this? Yes. I was like, is it live? Is it? If you go to livestreamingpros.com/gear, there's a free list for you to get in terms of what gear we recommend. So livestreamingpros.com/gear will get you, my gear recommendations. It includes the Sony ZV-E10, which I use every video that I create. All right, next question. JFK, do you think more camera cages should be universal? The real reason I do the small rig cage on a newer cage is because the universal cage leaves the camera body really exposed. Again, it depends on the nuance of what your purpose is. So cages can serve multiple purposes. One is to protect the camera. If you're out and about, if you're doing on-site videography, then it can help protect that camera. Universal is not going to, right? So if your need is for protection against, other things slamming up against it while you're in transport, if you, or on-site productions. If you're in a studio, you don't really need that protection, but the other purpose that it serves is to expand your capabilities for mounting. So if that's the thing that you need, then right, it just depends on your need, on the nuance of the use case. And so I would say if you need protection, go for not universal, go for a fitted fit. And if you need just that extra mounting, then universal is fine for you, right? Okay. All right, next question. 10 blocks. Where is the best place to find freelance video editors for YouTube? Okay, I will say this. Recommendations are always like better in my experience, like recommendations from other creators or other entrepreneurs where you just have a trusted person. Like you can go to, what's that site? What's the site where everybody has things for sale? You know the one I'm talking about. Why am I blanking on that site name? But you can go to a site where people post their freelance work. It's just you're likely going to go through a few before you find a good fit for you. And so if not Etsy, no, like freelance work, like Upwork, Upwork, or there's another one. Fiverr. That's the one I was thinking about. You could go Upwork. I pretty good results with. Fiverr is very hit and miss. So those two would be good options. However, you are likely, when it comes to editing, it's a fit thing. It's not necessarily that, they do a bad job, but they may not do the right job for you, right? If you have a particular style or anything like that, if you're just looking for basic editing, you could also look at local colleges if you want somebody local, interns, like, you can go like the intern route, but probably paid. But you could find like a college person, college kid person. College kid person. Yes, all right. Everybody spelled that very different. That was interesting. But thank you for helping me out, guys. A college kid person. Or you can just ask for recommendations. If you are looking for freelance video editors, you can always ask us. We have recommendations as well. So feel free to, hit up support or message me on a social platform or whatever. I'm happy to do recommendations or things like that. It's really dependent, that finding the right editor is dependent on the need. Stylistically, are you using a lot of B-roll? Are you using a lot of like other things, or is it just hard cuts? When your brain stops braining live on stream. Words hard today. Very, very hard today. College humanoid. Oh my God. Yes. Here's a question. Okay, so you're suggesting CapCut, DaVinci. Yeah, lots of people are going the DaVinci route. But the other thing I wanted to ask y'all. Actually, I think this was the thing that I was gonna say earlier that I forgot. if you are looking to edit your own videos, would you like my recommendation on a course to help you learn how? And if you do, does it matter the platform, like the app that is being used? So I have a friend that, okay, you're like in DaVinci, okay. So I was just wondering if y'all want me to put together, you know, some recommendations around that. Okay. Yes. 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 Okay. Cool. Like in CapCut, I've heard. So I haven't touched. This is why I don't offer training myself on editing, because I haven't touched editing. Like in reality, like I'll do small little stuff, but I don't edit my videos, and I haven't for over 15 years. So I don't train on it by any means, but I do have friends who train on different, you know, apps and stuff. So I was thinking about you and how I can help you, because that is a consistent question that comes up in our membership, which is about editing your own stuff. And I do recommend that you learn how to edit yourself, because then you can communicate more effectively, right? When you do hire an editor. Okay, Iman, great question. I'll come back to, like, we'll put that in the queue. Playing with Fusion Page in DaVinci. I don't even know what that is. What's Fusion Page? Is that like a template or something? I use DaVinci for my own YouTube videos. I use CapCuts for shorts and editing shorts for my clients. Nice. Okay, awesome. Okay, next question. Keep those questions coming. Put a Q in front of super chats. Do take priority. Jason, any way to pull in Ecamm scenes from one profile to another? I have a download on one profile, but want to build a new profile from LSP downloads. How do you bring in old scenes into a new profile? Yeah, so I saw that Paul was helping you out there. I don't know if you guys got that sorted out, but essentially you can export entire profiles by going into Ecamm, the profile. Here, let me show you. Let me just show you. All right, live demo mode. Okay, my scenes, my windows are all screwed up right now, but you can go to profile and export current profile if you want to export the entirety of it. If you want to export scenes, individual scenes, you can do that with this little button right here at the bottom, this little arrow box with an arrow. That's how you export a single scene. And I suggest putting things into folders. So if you have multiple scenes that you want to export, you could actually do that with a folder. Just put everything into one folder and export that folder. It just gets a little easier for you to manage. And then you would just import those. You just like drag them and drop them once you have them on your computer, go into a new profile. Hopefully that makes sense. Let me know if not. All right. Oh, y'all are joking about my, oh man, that was a lot of Luria. I apologize. that was a lot of Luria. This is because I was, I have the zoom on. That's why we were, that's why the angle is different. I should have thought about that. We were talking about the angle being different earlier because the zoom is on. I don't know why that shouldn't be on, but I must have been doing something. So anyway, the multiple ABs are because I was changing camera angles for a video that I was shooting. Anyway, I'll get the multiple areas off. Nobody needs that. Nobody needs that. Okay, that helped. Fantastic. The single scene was what I need to know. Now I have to figure out what the heck happened based on the link that was sent earlier. I don't know what that means. I may not have seen trouble on that. Okay, next question comes from Frank. Quality, compression. What is the best bang for the buck in microphone tech lately? So one of my favorites are just the Rode. Which ones are those called? So the Wave 3 is a fantastic USB mic. The Rode. Hold on, I'm blanking on. Rode mics. The pod mic is a great option as well. And pod mic. I was just looking at the price point on that one. Yeah, the pod mic, if you want to go XLR, is a great little option. And it's only like $100. So either the Elgato Wave for USB or the pod mic are great options. His computer needs coffee too. Why? What did I do? What happened now? Oh, because it's on Zoom. I don't know why. I hope I didn't shoot an entire. I wonder if I shot that entire video with that camera on Zoom. I don't ever have it on Zoom, so I must have been doing something and forgot to set it back. Anyway, next question. I have to pull your. Okay, Joanne. The bundle. I mentioned that. Aman, speaking of B-roll, as easy as it looks, it's quite difficult for me to really eye what should be captured. Can you speak on lenses and focal lengths for best practices to capture great B-roll? So when it comes to B-roll, if you're, let's say, I'm going to be shooting this camera, and I want it to be B-roll. For anybody who isn't familiar with that term, B-roll, it's literally like your camera is your A-roll. Nobody says that, but A, B. So is your main camera that you're speaking to is your A-roll. That's going to, in an editing terminology, that's going to be the first thing that you drag in, and that's going to be kind of your bottom layer. And then if you have B-roll, it's additional video that you've captured, it would just be like this camera, right? This camera sitting on the desk, and I would capture B-roll of that to overlay that in my video to help explain something visually. So that's what B-roll is, for anybody who was not familiar with that. And then what I would say is it's less about the lens or the camera. And in terms of the aperture, you don't want it to be too blurry, right? So you wouldn't want it to really have, you don't want it to be so focused on just a small little portion of that B-roll. Likely, unless that's a style that you're going for. But most of the time you want to keep that aperture open. You may want the background blurry, but definitely be careful to not make the entirety of the thing that you're shooting blurry. And in terms of the best practices, it's less about the camera that you're using and more about the way that you shoot. So when I learned how to shoot way back in the day, it's like you want to you want to shoot. You want to start off. If I'm shooting this camera, then I'm going to. How do I do this? If I'm shooting this camera, then this is the camera I'm shooting B-roll with. I'm gonna start over here to the side and move around it, right? But when you're shooting B-roll, you want to leave space on each end, meaning you want to start off the thing that you're shooting and move into the thing being center frame and then move off of it. That will give you the most flexibility in the editing. So it's less about the camera choice or the lens choice and more about the way you do it. Use your body as a brace to keep it stable if you're not using a tripod. If you're hand holding it, put your hand like this, put your other hand like this and brace against your body, and you'll get the smoothest shooting. for B-roll. Hopefully that makes sense. That was a lot of words. Okay. Okay. Next question. Stuart, hello, nice to see you. All right, hopefully, Iman, that was helpful. Let me know if you have additional questions as well. Film class, hidden in a live stream. There you go. Okay, good. Yeah, and when I'm shooting B-roll, I'm not the best in the world at it, but I get decent shots if I'm putting effort into it. Paul's probably like, no, you don't. No, you don't. But I shoot the thing multiple times. So like I don't just take one shot at B-roll. I'll shoot it multiple times in multiple ways. Like, so I'll go this way, and then I'll go that way. I'll go up to down, down to up. That way I have just any potential flexibility that is needed while editing. So those are kind of like my best tips around B-roll. All right. Natalie, how do you set up your 2 nanotubes on a 45-degree angle when you have that lovely pink glowy background? I just bought them using your commission link. Why, thank you. Nice. So I actually just have mine on the floor. I wouldn't recommend, I just have them lying literally on the floor and angled. That's that simple. You can get like little stands for them if you want to prop them up. But technically I should probably do that because they don't quite get the height that I would prefer, but I can also kind of just manage that a little, so it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, so yes, I had asked Lowell, thank you. So Lowell, I had asked you in Discord in the community, but that question for Natalie, thank you for answering her. I have a Hue light strip and Govee lights. Okay, next question. Comes from Aman again. What's the advantages of Ecamm over OBS and vice versa? So, OBS is free. Ecamm is paid. Just to set the stage there, I get asked this question a lot, which I should do a video on. I should probably do a video on that. I'm going to make that a note. Hold on. But Ecamm versus OBS. Okay, so one, people like OBS because it's free. The reason I don't is because it's less intuitive, one. And the reason that I choose the things that I choose to recommend to you is because, keep in mind, I work with hundreds, thousands of students of all varying types of experience levels. And so I'm looking for the best thing that's going to work for the most number of people. And so if you choose to go OBS route, understand that it has gotten better lately, but it can be quite finicky in certain ways. And it can be harder to get certain things done in it. And like things like comments, you need still a plugin. It's like a plugin or a third party for comments. It's not native integration at this point, I believe, on OBS. But what was I gonna say? So OBS is open sourced. So OBS doesn't get the kind of updates or management from the developers as you would get with Ecamm, right? So Ecamm is always paying attention, always updating, always fixing bugs. OBS is open source, so there's no motivation there to continue its development. Now, they do from time to time, but those are the differences. Like it's going to be a little harder and more annoying to work with in most people's cases. I know some big creators who use OBS and love it, but they're also the kind of person to kind of geek out around it, right? Like they don't mind spending a ton of time and effort managing it. That's not something I want for you. That's why I don't recommend it. So there you go. Hopefully that helps. Marcus says, Ecamm is the I don't have to think about it solution. Perfectly said. Perfectly said. Okay. Next question comes from Natalie. Which prompter software for the text scroll does Larry recommend instead of using the Elgato software? Will it appear inside the Elgato Camera Hub? So no. If you go to my videos on the prompters on here in this YouTube channel, so the reason I don't say the name is because it's literally called teleprompter. It's a terrible name. But here we go. I'm just pulling this link up for you. YouTube live. Okay. No, I accidentally clicked an ad. I guess that's good for my channel. Okay, there you go. That is sorry. I think you guys already had that. I apologize. I didn't know if you knew where to find that. Mods are amazing. Thank you, Kathleen. Thank you. I think that was Kathleen. Okay. Words are hard today. All right, I've got a few more questions. So that's the app that I recommend. It will not operate within Camera Hub. It is its own app. And so you don't need Camera Hub at that point. You need it to be open you need Display Link to be active in order for the prompter to work, but you won't need, if you use that separate app, you won't need Camera Hub to operate it, if that makes sense. Okay, PromDog is a great one that is Windows and Mac. I think that one, hold on, let me see. I just recently bought it and had to ask for a refund. I'm PromDog. Yeah, so I'm just looking back at my email asking for the refund on that app because I used to use it. Yeah, so I was just looking back at what I had an issue with. It doesn't do backwards scrolling, so that's a really vital. Need in a prompter software, at least in my opinion. So that's the reason I don't recommend that anymore. But outside of that, like pretty much most teleprompter software is very similar to each other. But there are a couple of things that will kill a recommendation, and backwards scrolling is one of them. Tim, I'm currently using a Canon T6i with Ecamm. I haven't needed a cam link or any other video capture. If I switch to the Sony ZV-10 or the Mark II, will I need a capture card? So no, it does USB. It will be seen as a USB camera when plugged in. I want you, however, to watch the video I have comparing USB versus capture card, and I need you to see the difference. Now, if the Mark II, I'm going to be testing to see if there's any quality difference in the USB capture. So I will, as soon as I get that in my hands this week, I will do a video on that. Like I said, I have a whole series of videos that I'm planning on that camera, but it'll also be good even if you're not going to use the Mark II. So y'all still watch those videos because they're going to they're really good. I'm laughing at this. Okay, so anyway, I would never, You can use Camera Hub software, Natalie, but I would not recommend it. It doesn't scroll fast enough, in my personal opinion. You can always try it, but it doesn't have a lot of the features that I believe are necessary in a teleprompter app. For example, you can only have one script at a time. You can't save, export, or import scripts or bullet points or anything. The way that it scrolls is way too slow. They even did an update to increase the scrolling after I complained about it on a video, but it's still, like, I didn't actually notice any difference, to be honest. So it just is not robust enough if you're going to use it a lot, in my opinion. That's why I don't like that app for teleprompter, but I will use it from time to time, just if I'm, doing something really short, or it's just bullet points and I'm not using the scroll. I'm just kind of scrolling the mouse down, kind of situation. But yeah. That's right. Voice-activated scrolling is in beta for the Elgato prompter. I need to test that out. That's sorry, I was just making myself a note. I'm not a big fan of voice-activated scrolling in general. And I will say this, like Prompt Smart and other apps that do this, one, they don't work well on women's voices, generally speaking. Don't know why. I mean, the pitch is just different, and so it doesn't pick it up. And again, I'm saying this having stepped away from testing voice-activated scrolling for a while because I just was fed up with them. And so that may have been fixed, but we'll see. I will test this one and see if that's the case. The second thing is that almost everybody I know that loved voice-activated scrolling eventually got sick of it and went back to regular prompting software, just for what it's worth. Okay. Okay, just okay. So to finalize that answer, Tim, you don't have to have a capture card, but it is better. All right, you guys, I'm over again. I did this last week again. All right, we're wrapping this baby up. Put on your dancing shoes. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, for putting up with my strange words today and faces. Thank you for that suggestion, Lowell. I think that was Lowell when I said that. But yeah, you guys, thank you for putting up with me today. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Don't forget to check out the new profiles that we have on the store. And if you did not watch the video that we released on Tuesday, you missed something hidden in the video that if you are hanging out on the store, you're going to want. Just saying. So go back and watch the Tuesday video that is 9 Ecamm secrets, and find that thing that I hid in the video, and then head on over to the store and use the thing that I gave you. I love you all. Thank you so much for hanging out. Put on those dancing shoes, and we're gonna roll those beautiful bean credits. Have a wonderful day. Turn it up.